Okay, we should be on now. Should be alive and kicking. Just want to make sure that everything is up and going. Something, but I am glad to be back. It's nice, and the good thing is because I don't remember where we really left off, is that none of you will remember where we left off. But that's me assuming that y'all have my goldfish memory as well. So happy Friday, everyone. Let's do this. All right, so let's check our data, see where we left off. Okay, so actually when we were last playing... Oh, well, thank you for letting me know. Give me a second. Gotta fix our sound. Okay, we should be good from there. Okay, how is that now?
Hey.
I'm gonna assume it's good. All right, so last time we played... Goodness, it was right before Christmas, or it was Christmas, is we got an assignment from the brother of the woman who runs Vault 21 to see if we can take some pictures around the Vegas area. He seems to have a little case of agoraphobia. So what we're going to do is go find the Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters, the Helios 1, go to McCarran Airfield. So really what we're doing is we're just going to go around and play some paparazzi for a bit. And I like to get these smaller missions done first before we start getting to the main missions. So, now of course we can see... Goodness, is this the Tops? Yes, the Tops is over here. We have some work we have to do in Gomorrah eventually, or Gomorrah, and of course the legendary Lucky 38's right there. So we got quite a bit of work to do. And so does she. Now, what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna go back and get Rex at the King, and I'm gonna go and get Raoul as well. Just so we have some companionship again.
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
Well, at least I know that as cold as it is in January, it's nice and toasty here in New Vegas. Because if the desert doesn't keep you warm, then at least you know the open oil barrels will. Now, I do have to update the list of my mods, so the ones listed in the description below actually aren't accurate right now. So, just something to keep in mind.
Hi.
So, oh, there he is. The goodest boy in all of Vegas. And of course, he and Raoul do not mind us joining the Legion, so you know, gotta give them that. So I'm actually going to set Classic Inspiration right now as our main mission. So give me one moment and I can actually get that updated. There we go. And sorry if I keep looking over, my corgi is up here, and my god, this dog is toxic. But she's lucky she's cute. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is go play photographer. And of course, the #1 rule about New Vegas is constantly save. Now, we were going to have to find the Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters anyway to turn in our bottle caps with the stars on them, but I don't think we have nearly enough yet. So, we'll just at least get it touched up on. Alright, so of course, we want to get a picture of McCarran Airfield. Always got to make sure, of course, to have the camera handy, if I got it. Oh boy, what did I do with it? There we go. Kodak R9000. Now, keep in mind, too, this does count as a weapon, so if you end up pointing it at your companions, they'll actually make the comment as if you were actually pointing something at them. I know because I've tried to take pictures of Joshua Graham's rear end quite a few times, and he told me I only have one shot. Alright, we got that one. Might have to take down the sensitivity just a wee bit, but these things happen. Hey, fanboy, how are you doing? I'm doing good. The plague went through my house, so doing good finally. We're actually going around right now taking pictures for Angelo. Or Michelangelo. I don't know. I feel like that Gandalf meme, just the, I have no memory of this place, because I'm like, alright, where is everything again? So to do that, we have to take pictures of the dinosaur, Prim, and right close here should actually be the Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters, so we're gonna go find that and go take a picture. And we do have Rex with us, because we both like to get in each other's faces. And I have the two-step goodbye. That's actually really the first time I'm really getting to play with it, so it's all good. Oh, there's the sign up there. So there's really not much we can do once we see the sign except take a picture of it because we don't have nearly enough star bottle caps just yet. But, you know, we might just find some on the way since I think there might be some in the building. I don't quite recall, but we can always take a look. Actually, once we get to Novak, I'm gonna put away a whole bunch of crap. And we just have it tagged for now. That'll work. Yeah, why not? I'll go back to that. Okay, we have to get a picture of Helios 1 and Novak. I mentioned before that I like to do the smaller missions first before we start doing the big missions. Especially because we are going to be doing the Lonesome Road DLC. It helps to definitely have as much experience as you can, especially before Lonesome Road. Alright, let's drop all this stuff off. Okay, and I'm keeping that two-step goodbye. I do like it. Now, is this stuff I definitely should have done before? Absolutely. But I didn't. I get it too, that's weird. Oh, I had the thing set on it. Okay. It just shows how much better this would be for my armor, how much worse it would be. I was like, what? Okay. Let's get a nap. Okay, and we're gonna get a picture of Dinky. What I am gonna do real fast is I'm going to hotkey, or not. Might help if I hit the right one, right? There we go. Just makes it easier to get things out. And we gotta take a picture of Dinky the dinosaur. Now, I did have a mod at one point on that would actually make his little thermometer work, but I took it off for some reason. But I just like the idea that no matter what, Dinky is forever in our hearts. And it looks like Manny up there is going to be in the picture as well. Now, if we take a picture and it's not one that Michelangelo would have liked, it does give you the option to retake it, and of course the XP won't pop up. And we can keep getting as much film as we want. Ah, that's weird, John. But welcome on. And no, you're good. We really just started about like 15 minutes ago. For once, I didn't have crazy issues. YouTube didn't want to connect with Streamlabs, but what else is new? C'est la vie. But yeah, we're back on this very lovely Friday night, and I'm gonna pretend no one else has a life, just like I do. But I guess that's not really true, because Fallout New Vegas is life. Fallout New Vegas is love. And what we're doing right now is just going around, getting some pictures for Michelangelo real fast. I just like getting the XP right now before we start doing more of the main story missions again. Because really, we're gonna need it. Because, yeah. We're not, like, quite near the end, but I would say we're getting pretty close to the beginning of the final act. And we also have to go to Prim, too. And you can start to see as well that our reputation with the NCR has slightly gone down. We're now a smiling troublemaker. So they're not really bothered by us per se, but we're not their best friend anymore. Which, that's okay. That was gonna happen. Big thing is, you really don't want to be friends with the NCR. And we're gonna go take a picture of the Bison Steve and the big roller coaster. After that, we'll just run back to Novak, grab some vault suits, and for the most part, we'll be done with some of the side missions. We really can't do much until we complete Ring-a-Ding-Ding. Okay. All right. We're gonna head back, talk to Michelangelo, and grab the suits, because I did not grab them last time. And yeah. But yeah, as you can see, we're not in the very best favor anymore. But it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get a lot worse, and it's gonna be pretty rad. I was going to Nelson, or Novak. But how have you been, John? What have you been up to? Okay, so this is all the stuff that we've collected. I went through off-screen, repaired a whole bunch of it. That should be it. Okay. I figured it'd be a good night to start doing the main missions on a live stream just because it is Friday. Right now it's only about 6:30 my time, but I know it's quite later for a lot of y'all. Alright. We don't need to go back to Raoul's. We're fine with just Rex for now. Boy. Yeah, let's just go right back. Okay, that works too. I do wish they had a fast travel point just right in New Vegas. I know that there is, again, a mod for it, but I am trying to... Not that there's anything wrong with mods, but really kind of keep off them for the most part. Again, I do have to update my mod list, so don't go by that one right now. So I think that after we drop all this vault stuff off, we will
We've got stuff we're not
go
even
talk to
allowed
Mr. House.
To sell, people. Only at Mick and Rush.
I think it's about time.
Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler.
But we have a lot to do. A lot. Like I said, it's really just the beginning of the final act, I would say, once we talk to Mr. House. I did see that there is a mod with him as Elon Musk, though, and I thought that was pretty rad.
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
Now, most of these locations we are going to be seeing again, so just because we're talking to House doesn't mean that we aren't going to have a whole bunch that we have to do.
Last night, some girl was pounding on my door all night.
And of course, we have to walk through all the loading screens to get there. Now, I do think it's interesting they don't have the giant pyramid here. That would be pretty rad. Like the actual Luxor Hotel. Now, I did see a really interesting idea, though, with the giant Bass Pro pyramid. That'd be really cool if they kind of worked in King Baldwin from Kingdom of Heaven with it. Was the mod named Elon House or House of Musk? Oh god, I don't know. It was just something interesting. And I know that there was a petition to get that giant ball in Las Vegas to go into Mr. House's face for his birthday.
Good to see you again.
I have vault gear for you.
You do? That's wonderful. Let me see what you brought. All right. That's gonna net you a lot.
Yeah, I would like that.
Oh, that makes me so happy. You are too much.
I'm aware. Yeah, I turn into like a wannabe survivalist whenever I go to Bass Pro Shops, just because I'm like, well, I do need this generator and all this, and I'm like, but what if I need to be ready? Okay, so let me just check what she took from us. I think she took everything but our helmets. Okay, let's see if she needs anything. Oh, she needs anything else.
Good to see you again. I have all sorts of things. If you could bring me vault suits, I would so make it worth your while. I mean, really.
Okay, so we'll just bring her some more when we find them. We still haven't gone into Vault 21. Not 21, that was Vault 21. I forget the name of... Sorry, I'm looking for the door and I keep going past it. The door with all of the plant monsters. We'll have to go there eventually.
Hey.
And we get attacked by salads, essentially. All right, buddy, where'd you go?
Aha! The brave photographer returns. Good to see you.
Oh, so you mentioned growing up in Vault 21. What can you tell me about that? As he's making a kissy face at me.
Most people don't understand what it means to grow up in a vault. Its corridors, its walls, radiate a warmth that feels safe, honest. But here, everything is huge and threatening. It's so empty that I think one of these days I'll just snap.
Why don't you pack up and return to Vault 21? His mouth is gonna bother me so much.
Wouldn't that be great? No, Mr. House filled it with concrete. Only a few rooms and halls remain. My sister was able to turn them into a hotel.
An artist is a rare thing, so what's your story?
Well, not much, really. Vault 21 was my home. My dear home. I left it to explore the outside world. At first, it was a marvel to behold. My inspiration flowed true, and its works caught Mr. House's attention. That's how I ended up in this place.
I imagine that's how a lot of artists feel when they start getting a lot of furry commissions. It pays great, but, you know, the furry thing. Okay, so we're just gonna say goodbye, because he's just gonna be like, I have trouble with inspiration, and we already did that.
Aha! The brave photographer returns. Good to see you.
Is he hiding that?
Oh, that's wonderful. Just what I need. Thank you, brave one. Here's some compensation for your work. You have earned it, my friend. Now I can finally unveil my masterpieces to the world, all thanks to you. Come visit me again sometime.
Alrighty. And he took the camera back, but that's okay.
Hello.
I'll just have to learn how to draw and sketch Joshua's butt from memory. Whatever, we're probably not going to be doing Honest Hearts in this particular playthrough. Maybe when we do the wild card playthroughs. Alright, so... let me just check our quest real quick. Alright, I say we get started with it. Let's do the house always wins. I guess I'll go see the guy whose package I lost.
Without leadership, the fiends are as good as dead.
I do appreciate that the NCR is just wasted. Alright. Alright, Rexy, you ready, boy? Let's go do this.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on.
Thank you, Victor.
I see you brought a friend. Sorry, partner, but they're gonna have to stay outside.
Alright, no problem. I'll head up myself.
Come back soon now.
He'll just stay right there for now. Ugh, you could practically smell the stale cigarette smoke in this place. Rex is not a good boy. He is the best boy. Get it right.
Where to, partner?
Alright, let's head up to the penthouse.
Penthouse floor.
Okay.
Well, hello, Sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office.
Oh, well, who are you?
I'm Jane, one of Mr. House's girls. We keep him entertained. We don't get many guests lately. Perhaps we can entertain you as well.
I was gonna make a Hitachi joke, but I'm not gonna go there. So what can you tell me about New Vegas?
Oh, there's lots of things to tell, I'm sure. There's the 3 families, the casinos, the other attractions. What would you like to know?
Tell me about the 3 families.
They're just new money, Sugar. They might pretend they're sophisticated, but between you and me, they're not far off from tribals. Emeritus especially are just awful brutes. The chairman and the White Glove Society at least pretend to have some culture.
Right, so tell me about the casinos.
Well, of course, there used to be a lot more of them. But these days, there are 3 open to the public. The Tops, the Ultra Lukes, and Gamora. And the Lucky 38, of course. But we're not open to the public. You're a special case, Sugar.
Alright, so tell me about the other attractions.
Well, let's see. The NCR has an embassy here, but why you'd want to go talk to a bunch of boring old politicians, I surely don't know. Oh, and the Vault 21 Hotel and Gift Shop has an adorable collection of old Vault-Tec memorabilia. And I suppose if you like neon signs, you might check out Michelangelo's sign shop.
Politicians aren't interested in me. I'm not underage. So let's talk about something else.
Anything you like, Sugar.
Can you tell me about Mr. House?
Why, Sugar, he's the maximum utmost. If it weren't for Mr. House, we wouldn't have this fabulous wonderland of New Vegas, would we?
Sounds like you're pretty fond of him.
Well, of course I am, silly. Mr. House is just the smartest, most wonderful man there ever was. Why, did you know he single-handedly reclaimed New Vegas from all those nasty tribes that used to live here? Well, he single-handedly sent in his Securitrons to do it, but that counts in my book.
I didn't realize robots could have such strong feelings about people.
Sugar, I may be a robot on the outside, but on the inside, my neurocomputational matrix is an exact copy of Mr. House's favorite girl.
So, you're a copy of a dead woman? What exactly do you do for Mr. House?
Mr. House has a lot of needs, Sugar. I take care of all of them, and a lady doesn't kiss and tell.
I really don't want to think about that.
Then maybe you shouldn't pry into a lady's particulars, hmm?
Okay.
Anything you like, Sugar?
Well, what is this place?
This is the Lucky 38 Resort and Casino, or it used to be. Mr. House has kept the place locked up tight for ages now. Nobody comes in or out.
Okay, and what kind of robots are you?
Why, I'm a Robco PDQ-88B Mark I Securitron, you silly goose. We're the finest in personal civil robotic security on the market.
Okay, well, there we go. Does this count as sexting or cyber sex? It's thick, whatever it is, I think we can say. What's the term now? Gooning? I don't know. I feel like, you know, back in my day. So, it looks like, this was supposed to be a picture maybe of House, but it's gone now. Oh man. I really would love to see this game like properly remastered, but I know it's not gonna happen, but man, I'm just thinking of like nowadays how great this game would look. And before I do this, I'm going to pop a Mentats. Doesn't hurt to do that when talking to someone like Mr. House. I think if I wore my naughty nightwear again, it wouldn't do anything. Again, I'm not underage, so House would not be interested. And here's the man himself.
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've come a long ways, literally, and I suspect figuratively as well. I have to ask, now that you've reached your destination, what do you make of what you see?
Okay, so Ash, I imagine being a courier, you'd be seeing a lot of places similar to Vegas, but especially places like New Reno. I'll say, a city devoted to vice and sin, what's not to love?
Oh, come now, don't play the fool. Vegas has fools enough, a superfluity of them. They're what makes it so profitable. They come to Vegas chasing penny-ante dreams of high living, to feel like they're big shots, like they're winners. You see that you and I are of a different stripe, don't you? We don't have to dream that we're important. We are.
He is clearly using flattery and, the term love bombing me a little bit. He kind of even reminds me of, like, the Redditor atheist, just like, actually, stop playing the fool. But we'll play nice for now, so why the VIP treatment? I'm just a courier.
Oh, don't be coy. You've been playing a high-stakes game ever since Victor dug you out of the ground. Don't be afraid to admit it.
Well, then let's get down to business then. To defeat the Huns.
The business is this. One of my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough.
It's my red stapler. Okay. What do you propose?
My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your discretion. When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that?
Well, we can't barter for it, so... Before we just go right to accepting his terms, let's say I have a few questions before I decide.
What did you wish to know?
Tell me about Benny.
Benny has led the chairman ever since I recruited his tribe 7 years ago. Until his recent misbehavior, I'd planned to make him my protege. Maybe if I'd begun grooming him sooner, none of this would have happened.
Again, see? I'm not a minor, so I'm good. Alright, so what use do you have, for a protege?
To achieve my aims,
Benny
I
and the
require
Jets,
a capable human agent to perform certain tasks. I knew Benny was ambitious, even ruthless, but I believed he would do the job so long as he was incentivized appropriately. Obviously, I miscalculated his drive for supremacy, but in any case, you've come along, a more than suitable replacement.
Well, here's the thing, you never underestimate somebody's greed. Alright, so why did Benny betray you?
I have to think that he found out about the platinum chip and mistakenly convinced himself that he could use it to his own ends. One of the problems of a tribal workforce, I'm afraid. No intuitive understanding of how complex technologies can be.
And why didn't you intervene sooner when Benny ambushed me?
Why didn't Victor intervene sooner, you mean? Good Springs is a bit too far away for me to reliably control a Securitron agent by remote. I can send and receive packets of data at best. Victor's combat algorithms determined the proper course of action. Benny and his thugs were more than a match for a lone Securitron. When he alerted me, I instructed him to approach the site after Benny and the others had departed.
Sounds like he needs some Starlink. I don't know. Alright, well, let's talk about something else.
What else?
So, we have quite a bit. Let's just say straight up, well, how do I even get to Benny?
It won't be easy. Benny is always surrounded by at least 4 bodyguards, except when he's in his private suite on the 13th floor of the Tops.
The chairman are your employees, don't they take orders?
It's more complicated than that. The chairmen share what you might call a tribal affinity. Look for a man named Swank, Benny's second-in-command. He's always been a reliable, if unimaginative, employee. Do your best to convince him that you're working under my auspices. If you have evidence of Benny's crimes, show it to him.
Okay, say I want to take a diplomatic approach.
If you were to approach Benny in public, you might be able to leverage his fear of exposure to make him agree to meet with you in private.
Okay. So, the big question. What is the platinum chip?
It's a very special item. There's nothing else like it in the entire world. It was lost a long time and difficult to find. That's all you need to know about it for this stage of our enterprise. Fulfill your contract, deliver the chip, and good things will come your way.
Okay. The more I know about the chip, the easier I can find it.
You might keep an eye out for any computers that Benny's been using. Maybe even a computer lab of some sort.
Alright. If the chip's so valuable, then why use a Singer courier to transport it?
You realize you were just one of many couriers. The rest of them, dummies, so to speak. Add to that many thousands of caps worth of mercenary protection to screen your avenue of approach. Had I used an armed caravan to transport the chip, I might as well have been announcing to the world, "This is important. Attack this." I didn't want to attract the attention of groups like the Great Khans or the Brotherhood of Steel. Alas, the real threat was closer to home.
Okay. One of the things that he could have done was maybe even make a big show instead of just using dummies, but yeah. Benny bet it all on a dead courier for the chip. Yeah, but the thing is, I got better, so. Alright. So, who exactly are you, Mr. House?
I am Robert Edwin House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the new Vegas Strip. I oversaw the city's renovations starting from 2274 onward. The 3 families are my employees. Before the Great War of 2077, I was the founder, president, and CEO of Robco Industries, a vast computer and robotics corporation.
You appear to be a computer, not a man.
Don't let the video screens and computer terminals fool you. I'm flesh and blood, not silicone.
The lifespan you're claiming is impossible, except for ghouls and super mutants.
I see you've made a study of the topic. My knowledge of the science of longevity would fill several textbooks. Perhaps after a decade or 2 of economic reconstruction, I can commercialize these technologies and offer them to others, such as yourself.
So, how have you stayed alive all this time?
Let's just say it was very costly. But I was willing to make the sacrifices longevity entailed, financial and otherwise.
And then how did you establish New Vegas?
We can discuss this in greater detail at another time. Suffice it to say that when my Securitrons detected NCR scouts at Hoover Dam, I took action. I recruited a tribal force to supplement my Securitrons and renovated the Strip just in time to welcome the NCR as it marched into the region. Instead of war, a treaty was negotiated, and the money started to pour in.
I've heard it said that one of the best ways to prevent a war is doing what Mr. House did. Money. Alright, we're not going to really go into the factions vying for New Vegas. We know who they are, so... Alright. Tell me your terms again, just so we can get back on the right speech track.
As I said before...
Okay, I accept your terms.
Well enough. Return to me when you have the platinum chip in your possession. Any final matters for us to discuss?
I'll return when I have the chip.
Until then.
Now, of course, Mr. House is based off the real Howard Hughes. They did make a movie a few years ago with Leonardo DiCaprio as Howard Hughes, but he was a funky character.
Congratulations, partner. The boss has instructed me to comp you to the High Roller Suite. You can bring your friends too. Be like a little clubhouse for the gang you put together. Just bear in mind, you're the only one gets to see the boss. Any friends you got, they can wait in the suite. Enjoy the digs, partner. They're plenty fancy.
All right, so I can't really see Ash staying here at the presidential suite, so we're just gonna head right out of the casino for now. And
Casino floor.
I think we will go confront Benny.
Hey, you there. I have a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important. Here you go.
Thank you, sir. I was out of toilet paper. And yeah, pretty big deal. We just walked out of the Lucky 38.
must be important around here.
Yep.
Check that out.
So let's read the note that we got. Ambassador Crocker's note. I wish to speak with you immediately in regards to important matters. I trust you have learned enough in your travels to know that the new California Republic is an honorable nation engaged in a beneficial mission in the Mojave and in general, and New Vegas in particular. It is in addition a wealthy nation that well rewards persons who dedicate themselves to its national interests, whether for reasons patriotic or material. Allow me to reassure you that if you have committed any crimes or misdemeanors against the Republic, it is in my power to pardon misconduct of this sort. I stand ready to receive you at your earliest convenience in my office at the New California Republic Embassy at the south side of the New Vegas Strip. God bless the New California Republic. Dennis Crocker, Ambassador Extraordinary, Department of State, New California Republic. Okay, so,
Damn, and she looks good to me, too.
Yes, I do. All right, so, yeah, a bunch of BS, essentially, from Crocker.
Beats being on patrol.
You're no longer well-rested. Story of my life, buddy.
Hey, baby doll. Welcome to the Tops Hotel and Casino. I'm gonna have to ask you to hand over any weapons you might be carrying.
Sure, here you go.
Smooth and easy, just the way I like it. Don't worry, they'll be as safe as kittens till you're ready to leave. Oh, and a friendly word of advice. If you happen to stumble across any weapons during your stay here, well, just don't wear them openly. You dig? Now that we got that little business out of the way, what can I do to make your Tops experience the tops?
Bye. He is not who we want to speak to. Who we want to speak to is Swank.
Hey, ya baby, good to see you. Always nice to have a celebrity drop by.
Okay, I think you should know something about Benny.
Really? You got something to say about the big boss, huh? Well, why don't you say it to his face instead of yapping at me?
Okay, I don't think you're gonna like it. Seems like Benny's been making his own play.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Benny tried to kill me and stole a platinum chip I was hired to deliver.
That doesn't... Why would he pull a stunt like that? Got anything else to offer?
We do have some evidence. Yeah.
Yeah.
I found this lighter in Boulder City. He dropped it when he killed his partners.
Yeah, that looks like Benny's lighter, all right.
I also found these cigarette butts by the grave he buried me in.
Huh. Jesus, kid, I think we got a real problem on our hands. Can't believe Benny's a no-good stinking punk, trying to play house like that. Tell you what, I'll call Benny, keep him away from his suite. You go search the place. Here's the key, it's on the 13th floor. It's a room with the double doors. Can't miss it. Maybe... Take him out. Jesus. And don't worry about the rest of the... Oh.
All right, so we're actually just gonna go confront Benny head on. We're gonna talk to him first, and... yeah. Oh, look at that smarmy bastard.
No. What in the goddamn? Let's keep this in the groove, hey? Smooth moves, smooth. Hello? That broad everyone saw go in the Lucky 38, that was you? Oh, shit.
Seems you need to work on your marksmanship.
I hit what I was aiming for. Guess you had brains to spare. Or you just thick-skulled. Either way, baby, this is good news. Maybe I can finally sleep at night, knowing you didn't die. What say you and me cash out? Go somewheres more private-like. Any questions you got, I'll answer.
Okay. He won't answer any questions out here, so we'll just say, what did you have in mind?
To start, I'll comp you the presidential. Best suite in the house. You deserve a taste of the VIP lifestyle. I'll hang out down here for a while to make everything look business as usual, then come to you. Any questions you got, I'll answer. Guaranteed.
Okay. 2 conditions. Lose the bodyguards, and we both go to the suite now.
If that's what it takes to win your trust, that's what it takes. Follow me.
No sudden
moves around the boss. Got it?
I miss Matthew Perry. And I'm just checking to see if there's... Okay, cool. We got a pool queue now. We got... Oh, what
Have a seat, baby.
in here? That was easy.
Just kicking.
Whoa! Benny? Okay. Real fast, since now these are the only weapons we have on us, since Swank took our other ones. I should still have a repair kit, maybe? Yes, I do. Alright. And let's read that magazine real quick. Sweet. And of course, we are saving. Let's pick at Benny's brain a little bit now.
Now that you and me's got some privacy, I gotta ask, how is it that you're still living?
Well, it takes more than a couple bullets in the head to stop me.
Yeah, hello. Well, serves me right for using a 9mm. Once you were vertical, how'd you track me down?
You left quite the trail.
Look at me, a big leaguer, so I claim, making all the mistakes of an original loser. I guess that's enough scratching around at first base. Tell me, which way is the wind gonna blow?
I've got questions. A bunch of them.
You got questions? I got answers.
First things first, tell me about the platinum chip.
It's the house edge, baby. Literally. It's what Mr. House needs to stack the odds in his favor.
How does the chip work?
It's some kind of data storage device, dig? So it's the data on the chip that's platinum, not the chip itself. Trouble is, the chip don't fit any computer I've found. Must require special hardware.
And what does it do?
It has something to do with the Securitrons, I know that much. Upgrades their hitting power, gives them heft. Might be slightly useful if you're looking to defend the strip from Caesar's Legion or the NCR. Or maybe both.
Alright, well, let's talk about something else.
How else can I clue you in?
Help me understand this scheme of yours.
Broad strokes, change in management. The Securitrons are where it's at. I need a way to control them, and a way to beef up their hitting power. I get those 2 ducks in a row, Vegas can defend itself versus all comers. NCR, Caesar's Legion, it won't matter.
I just bought Lego Star Wars 2. Very cool. I've heard that the Lego games are pretty boss. And what makes you think you can succeed?
Baby, the odds may look long, but that's just because we ain't done rigging them. I won't toss the dice until we are. I've gleaned a lot working with Mr. House. He was a good cat to swing with. I still got a lot to learn, but it's coming together.
And you're willing to commit murder to make this happen?
Baby, do you not understand the level of game here? What I did to you was rotten. But if you think House, the NCR, or Caesar won't kill to put Vegas in their pocket, I really did blow out your brains.
Alright, I see your point.
It's a game, and games have winners and losers. I prefer the former. How about you?
Okay, so we already asked about his little scheme of his. We already went through all the things about the platinum chip. And we'll just say, well, what is it that you're offering?
You help me, and before long, the chairman will rule all of Vegas, dig? With enough robot muscle to back it up. You'll get a sweet, juicy cut of that action. But until that day comes, I'll keep you on retainer and pay bonuses for special missions. How's that sound?
Now, I want to ask y'all, does Benny seem like the kind of guy who'd be willing to share power? Because I don't think so. Okay, so we do have to go about how we're going to go about it, though. Do we say it's a deal, like I trust you, forget it, I forgive you? No deal, time to die. We'll just say... We're gonna say right now it's a deal. Of course, obviously, we don't really trust him, but we're gonna play it safe. He does have us here alone.
Jackpot, baby. I knew we'd see eye to eye. Here's a start on your retainer. Don't spend it all in one place, and the prez is yours for as long as you want it. When you're ready to saddle up, come find me down on the casino floor and we'll plan the next step of this caper. Ring-a-ding, baby. Ta-ta.
Yeah, he's very trustworthy except for the whole sneaky bastard deal.
Over here.
Oh, see, like I just said.
They killed him.
Oh, I'm shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked. Ooh, but we do have some new sunglasses. See, they were all wearing hats, and we all know Rex is not a fan of those. All right.
The cleaners will knock twice. Make sure they're thorough.
I'm coming for you, Benny.
What the fuck?
So, yeah. All right, so that is Benny. He is certainly something. Now, while we're here, we are going to go check out his suite real fast. And, I just went the wrong way, of course. He doesn't like people in hats, and he doesn't like rats. He doesn't like people in hats, probably because it rhymes with rats.
This place is the bee's knees.
But let's go take a look. In...
Name like that could have only brought bad luck.
Oh, 1 second. Of course, this is when I get the pop-up for, hey, you know, you don't have any spyware on your computer. Yeah, I know. It's like I trust the dog who doesn't like people more than a person who doesn't like dogs. Very true.
The fiends are running for their lives. That'll show everyone what we do to our enemies.
I mean, dogs like everybody, so if a dog doesn't like you, it's your fault. All right, going to Benny's room. And of course, we do have the option of picking all these locks, which I've actually never done. But of course, everyone should know too, because we are a woman, that we could actually sleep with Benny to get the, like, platinum chip, but I don't want to sleep with Benny. Oh, and here we are, the Yes Man.
Hey! Hi there! Good to meet you. What can I do for you today?
What are you doing here?
Good question. My function is to monitor Mr. House's data network and decode his encrypted transmissions. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a PDQ-88B Securitron, but you can call me Yes Man.
Yes Man? What kind of name is that?
It's what Benny always called me. Probably because I'm programmed to be so helpful.
Have you seen Benny?
Sure. He came through here in a big hurry. Didn't even stop to say hello. I think he went down his secret escape elevator out in the hall.
Benny reprogrammed Securitron all by himself?
Oh, he had some help. A lady friend of his. She said something about living in a fort over in Freeside. But that's all I remember.
Sounds like it was a member of the Followers of the Apocalypse. Okay, so Benny stole a platinum chip from me. Do you know what it's for?
Sure. Benny had me look at it a bunch of times. It's a data storage device, kind of like a holotape, but a lot more advanced. As for what's on it, well, some of Mr. House's data transmissions made it sound like the chip could upgrade his defenses somehow. That's just a guess, though. The chip's a proprietary format. You need special hardware to read the data on it. There are 2 locations with non-standard hardware on the network. The Lucky 38 and an underground facility at Fortification Hill. I'd look there!
I just don't get how people can cuss in front of kids. Yeah, I agree with that. I you know, I'm not gonna say I've never not let a swear slip in front of a kid, but you know, there's also a point in keeping it classy and not being a dick. I was at a football game, my mate was cussing. Oh, dude, your mate is not very cool for doing that. That's not... I'm surprised the parent didn't say something, because I know I would have. Okay, so what's Benny planning on doing with the chip?
Oh, he wants to kill Mr. House and use the platinum chip to copy my neurocomputational matrix onto the Lucky 38's mainframe. That should give me control over all Mr. House's defenses, most prominently his Securitrons. And then I just do what Benny tells me. Easy peasy!
You're very forthcoming with that information.
I was programmed to be helpful and answer any questions I was asked. I guess nobody bothered to restrict who I answer questions for. That was probably pretty dumb, huh?
I don't cuss, but when I do cuss, I do it in a foreign language. Well, that's pretty rad. You know, that's neat. Like I said, I've actually gotten a lot better at it as I've gotten older. I think probably when I was a teenager, every other word was like the F word. But yeah, I've gotten better at it. I think that's actually how you can tell how young someone is, by how they end up speaking to you. If they use a lot of swears, I feel like it's someone trying to act older. And it makes you just look really young. But, you know, there's a time and place for that. It's definitely not in front of kids. So, if I wanted to take over New Vegas instead of Benny...
Then I'd have to help you. I mean, it seems pretty obvious Benny wouldn't want me to, but hey, not my fault I can't say no.
And I'm not even wearing the naughty nightwear. So what are the details of the plan?
Again, Goal number 1 is to eliminate Mr. House and install my neurocomputational matrix on the Lucky 38's mainframe. Given how you're a new arrival, I also recommend that you get to know some of the region's tribes, so you can decide how you feel about them. By the time you finished up all of that, the Legion should be close to attacking Hoover Dam, and we'll execute the last phase of the plan.
So, say Mr. House was going to suffer an accident. What would happen?
It makes me feel really dumb to admit this, but I don't actually know. I've never been inside the Lucky 38. No one has. Mr. House is in there, though. It's the central node of his entire network.
I've been inside the Lucky 38.
You have? Wow, that's amazing. You can murder Mr. House whenever you want. I mean, Benny was always scheming about how he was going to get into the Lucky 38, but you already took care of that. Wow. The other thing you're going to need is the platinum chip. You know, the one Benny killed a courier for over near Good Springs.
What do you know about the courier Benny shot?
I knew she was carrying the platinum chip, and I knew right where Benny should wait for her. That's why Benny put me here, to monitor Mr. House's data transmissions. They're all encrypted, of course, but I'm quite a decryptor. Did you know that Mr. House spent 812,545 caps hiring salvage teams to find the platinum chip? Just in the last year alone? Of course you didn't. Or that there were 7 couriers, but 6 of them were carrying junk. How about their exact routes and the mercenary teams that screened them? I knew all that. Pretty smart, huh?
I'm the courier Benny shot.
I know that's not true, because you still have a head.
I'm serious.
That's not funny, you getting shot in the head. I really shouldn't have taken so much pride in how I set that up, huh? I feel really bad right now.
I feel really bad now. Well, Benny seems to have run off with the platinum chip.
No kidding, he was running fast. He better pace himself. He has to run all the way to Fortification Hill. There's an underground facility there that might have the special hardware required to use the data on the platinum chip. It's too bad Caesar's Legion built its camp right above it. Talk about inconvenient. The platinum chip is the key to overriding and exploiting Mr. House's defenses. Did I just say exploiting? That's not a very nice word.
That was very HR of Yes Man. Now, I've mentioned before, too, that to me, my own personal headcanon is I like to play the Yes Man. He is my favorite, just because with all the stuff that we do have to do around New Vegas, it belongs to me. But this isn't my playthrough. This is Ash's playthrough. So, let's talk about something else then.
Sorry if that was getting boring.
You said something about a bunker at the fort?
Right. It's one of 2 locations on Mr. House's network with non-standard hardware. My guess is it has a reader that can decode the chip. And who knows what else, maybe a giant robot or something.
All right, I'll think about it.
I have to admire your prudent nature. Why get caught up in action, you know? And results?
Thank you, Yes Man. So, we're just gonna head on out.
See you around!
And sweet, we are now at 27. Oh boy. Going to up that medicine. And we'll get our speech up a little bit too while we're at it. Now, before we leave, there's nothing on there. We can see that Benny was really at work trying to get the Yes Man working. We just know that Benny ran out of here. And I'm gonna take all the clothes that I can so I can repair my armor. But yeah, that is the Yes Man. And you really don't get that option until, of the Yes Man, until you get to really this final act, which I think is pretty neat, is you end up playing a lot of the game trying to decide who Vegas should go to when you realize it can go to you. And especially if you decide to go the Yes Man route, a lot of the decisions that you've made earlier in the game can come back to bite you or...
The eyes of the mighty Kaisar are upon you. He appreciates your service and bestows upon you the exceptional gift of his mark. My lord requires your presence at his camp at Fortification Hill. His mark will guarantee your safe conduct through our lands. Incidentally, it will interest you to know that the man you seek has fled the Strip and is likely making haste for Kaisar's camp as we speak.
Ah, and last time we saw Wolpus was in Nipton. And I swear this man could be reading me the tax code and I would dig it. So, you again, how did you find me here?
I am the greatest of Kaisar's Frumentari. It was not a challenge to find you. Nor is this my first visit to the Strip.
And in case some of you don't know, this guy also does the voice of... Oh god, I forget his name. He's in that, God. Is it the Arcane? I forget, but he's like in a Netflix thing. I want to say Falco or something, but it's not Falco. I forget, but anyway, this guy's pretty, he's gotten pretty popular over the years, so... Alright. Why does Kaisar want to see me?
Go to him, and you will understand. Seek Kaisar by way of Cottonwood Cove, south of Nelson. The Kursorlu Kulus will be waiting.
Okay, so we are coming up a little past the hour mark, and I think this is actually a good place to stop. I will try to be on tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Sunday for sure, and definitely earlier. I just definitely wanted to let everyone know that I am alive, I am back, and we'll be doing regular walkthroughs again. So yeah, there we go. We've gone to the tops. Let me just head on out here one moment. Okay, so yeah, that was pretty big. We have gone to the tops, we confronted Benny, and we got to meet the Yes Man, which, pretty big deal. Yeah, like I said, I will try to be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then definitely Saturday or Sunday. Gosh, it might help to remember what day it is. But yeah, there we go. We really just entered in the first part of our final act. And yeah, well, I will be seeing you all soon. Regular updates will begin. And yeah, on that note, have a good one. Stay safe.